Okay, we'll be officially starting now. I just hit record. Okay, welcome to those that are here live. If you got a question, go ahead and unmute your mic or put it in the chat. I'll take out the chat here so I can see what's going on with that. Back to top. Move down. Okay. I'm just still getting used to all this here. Okay, I got the chat out. So if you got a question or something, just let me know. Okay, to our Google Classroom. If you want to go to our week 9, a few things on the front in the stream. First of all, after talking to quite a number of parents recently, pretty much all of them said they would prefer that the assignments come due during the week. A number of students have had problems, or parents have had problems with students who get their assignments. If the due dates say Saturday, Sunday, maybe for them, then they do little and nothing all week long, and then the weekend comes and they're scrambling to get them done. And then the parents oftentimes want to do family activities or things, and the students say they got all this work they got to do on the weekend because their teacher wants them to do it on the weekend. Well, that's not true, of course. The teachers don't want them to do it on the weekend. Just gave that option for those who need it as a last resort. But apparently a lot of students took advantage of that and used an excuse not to do anything during the week. So I'm just scattering now due dates, and everything will be due by Friday unless I decide to carry it into the following week. So this week we got one assignment, a new slides assignment that will carry into the following week. Everything else I'm going to want to do on different days between now and Friday. So you should be starting your assignments on Monday, the day that you get them. Okay. Now, another thing I just want to address here before I get into the assignments is there have been some people had some problems using Word for Windows. Now, we don't normally use Word in sociology, or just me, sorry. Yeah, I get my Zooms mixed up here. We are in CompLit. People do have this issue. Sorry about that. I just did my Zoom for sociology. Okay, now I talked to our tech department. Why are some students having trouble saving with Word for Windows? Apparently, what they used to do on your school laptops, they had the documents folder set up to work with the school network. Now, school network is not OneDrive. It's here at school on our network, which meant when those computers were in the building, they worked just fine with our school network. Since many of you do not use these computers in the building and you're using them at home, they do not work for that. So apparently they've been rerouting the connection to your documents folder or whatever to work with OneDrive. But not everyone who's virtual has brought in their computers to get that update. So if you're having those issues and something isn't quite right and you can't figure out any better alternative, then make arrangements with Mrs. Roseland to come in. She's not here every day. Sometimes she's been out with quarantine and stuff. And try to get your update done on your Windows laptop. And then hopefully that'll solve your saving problem and any other issues. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah, I put up HCTV last week. So if you haven't seen that, that's school video news program. You can find out more what's going on in the high school. We're going to do an HCTV this Friday, but we're testing on Thursday. That's going to get in the way of our deadline day. So I'll probably hold off on doing election day HCTV next Tuesday or week from Tuesday. Okay, to our normal classwork for this week. We're already in week 9. One of the things we're starting is multimedia presentations. Now, you notice I didn't say PowerPoint, though PowerPoint's going to be the main part of it. So I'll get to the PowerPoint assignment last. That's at the bottom here. But before I get to that, I'll do the other 3 assignments. The first 2 are both TED Talks. If you've never heard of TED, TED is an organization, stands for Technology, Education, and Design. They have all kind of brilliant people and interesting people from around the world give these little talks. They're never longer than like 20 minutes. And they're really interesting in all kinds.
It was like,
okay, what are you doing, Luke? Okay. Either way, one TED Talk is going to be on how can, let's see here, how can we protect truth in the age of misinformation? One of the big challenges with the internet and the web is finding accurate information on all kinds of topics. And there are people either on purpose or accidentally putting out all kinds of misinformation. So you're going to learn about that. You're going to have to write, there's an assignment with it. You're going to have to write a little summary opinion. It's only a 15-minute talk. So that's fairly easy to do. And in summary, you summarize what they say. You can include some opinions and then, excuse me, you can use some examples with the summary. Then there's a separate opinion where your opinion can be about things he talked about or the topic in general, okay? Then we have another TED Talk here. And this one is the guy who founded Twitch, and Emmett Shear. And his topic is what streaming means for the future of entertainment. And you guys are relatively young, so to you, streaming, which has been around mostly in the last 5-10 years, you're probably thinking that's been around a long time now, Mr. Rio. But in the grand scheme of media meaning television, movies, you know, and so forth, radio and everything, streaming is relatively new, the last 5-10 years. And it's streaming we think of everything from Netflix to music streaming to, you may not think much about it, but you know, you and I can stream. We can go live and do various things. And at HCTV, we stream. We do live streaming of some sports. We did volleyball this week. We did football 2 weeks ago. And we, you know, we also make videos that basically stream when you want to watch them. So streaming is here to stay. So that should be pretty interesting too. So that's going to be 2 assignments, and they're not hard at all. Then you're going to be buying a computer, not literally, but you're going to pretend buy a computer. So you're going to be going and picking out 3 computers, buying from some different places, in 3 different price ranges. So one will be in the $500-600 price range, one will be in $1,000 to $1,300 price range, and one for say $2,000 to $3,000. Now, when you go to a lot of these sites, could be Apple, could be Dell, could be Best Buy, whatever. Sometime they had a pre-package of a computer with a certain amount of memory and processor and storage and screen size. It could be a desktop, it could be a laptop. So you just look up all the information for that computer. What's the processor? What type of hard drive is it? How big is it? How much RAM memory does it have? And so forth. In other cases, like if you go to Apple's website or Dell's, you can start with a computer, but then you can customize it. You can up the RAM memory. You can get a better hard drive, get a better processor, things like that. So, you know, you can try out some of these different sites. Now, when you do it, I put an example here of what you're going to be doing. So here's one from Stu in a previous semester, and they have the name of their computer and how much. They got the monitor and CPU and RAM and hard drive and so forth. So I want you to make something like that and then put the link and then do it for the next price range and the next one. And put down what you think is a good computer. Now you can do Google searches. You can find all different places you can buy a computer. So, but Dell's a good one. Apple's a good one to go to. Okay, back to our here. Now back the PowerPoint. Now those in class. So if you are part of the hybrid and you're going to be here on Wednesday and Friday, we'll be doing this in class. So if you want to wait and save it for class, may as well. We'll get it done there. And by Friday, you'll turn it in. The Monday, Tuesday people, too, we're already doing it in class. So if someone was absent Monday, Tuesday, and missed the introduction, you can get started on your own. And then we're working on this in class. And this one here, we're going to make this PowerPoint. We're learning the basics of PowerPoint, and we're making a presentation about making a good presentation, okay? So beside all the technical PowerPoint stuff, I'll show you a sample of what you're making. Oh, this is just the text. This is just the text right here. And I should put a sample in there. Okay, I will do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add now a file. And I got to find my sample here real quick. Here it is right here. Okay, so we got a sample in here too. So what are you going to be making? You can go to the sample. Oh, apparently I did have it in there. Sorry about that. Now it's in there twice. You can click on that. And this is a PDF of the sample, but you can pick a, when you create a new PowerPoint, you can pick a theme, anything you want, any of the themes that are in there you want. You have to keep the same theme for the entire presentation. But we will be going over, and you will be required to make 4 custom backgrounds on 4 of the slides. So that means you're going to have to cover up your theme and make a custom background. And those not in class, are some tutorials down below to help you with that. Look for a picture or a graphic for each one. There's Alfie's funny. And here's another one. Now, what kind of, first of all, the text you can, when you first make this, just like in Google Slides, the first slide will come up as a title slide. You can put in your text for that. And then from there on in, they'll come up default as a title with a bulleted list. So I want you to number each one. You have the handout of the text for each one. Then you put a bulleted list. Then you have to do a nice layout and find a picture to go with it. So you can do various types of Google searches to get different types of images you might be looking for. When you do that, you can go to Google, do your search, do a save image as we've done before, and save the image that you find on Google to one of your folders. Okay, I would name them when you download them, a picture. I'd give it a name by the slide, like slide 3 photos, slide 4 pic, something like that, so you can find them. Stuff like know your topic, you know, you got your bulleted list, you can edit, get your know your topic, and just find a picture of someone like looks like they're studying or researching or something. And I won't go through all these because you may have some better ideas than I have, but you can go through here and idea some of these. Okay, this person did a the end. I didn't make this one with a graphic, but you know, you can just make it the end at the end. So that's just a little quick oversight of the PowerPoint. So that's all we're doing this week. You're starting the PowerPoint. You don't have to finish. Oh yeah, you do have to finish it. Sorry. Getting it mixed up with my sociology class. Theirs is carrying over, but they're doing like 50 slides. So it's a whole different type of thing. I put some tutorials here for those at home. There's 2 different Microsoft Word for Windows tutorials. One's 17 minutes, one's 26. You can watch them both, pick one or the other. You want to get all your basics down, and there's review from Word, because a lot of the buttons and features in that in PowerPoint are very same, or are very similar, the same as in Word. I threw this one in, 10 powerful PowerPoint tips. I got through one I made in that may be helpful. It's kind of like as if you're in class, except I use the Mac version. And then the sample's in there twice. I'll probably get rid of that. So there's, it's not that hard of a week in my opinion, but you don't want to fall behind. So, so it should be quite good for you. If you got questions or anything, let me know. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Get started on your PowerPoints today and do a good job. And on Thursday, I'll talk a little more about some of the other stuff about your PowerPoint, and get pictures and look at the sample. And we're also going to be learning how to do custom backgrounds and do nice layouts and work with text and other things that'll be good for this. So you got 2 TED Talks, a computer buying assignment, and a PowerPoint assignment. So it's not that hard. If you budget an hour a day, you can easily get these done by Thursday, and then you have the weekend off. So that's about it. If you got a question, hang in there in the chat. And if not, you guys have a good day. Yep, take care. Any question, Colin, or are you all set? Okay, I'm guessing you're all set. I'm going to end this.